STN Racing proudly presents the Four Corners Racing League for the Bawl Star race, presented by, I know there's a presenting sponsor and I forgot about it, Strictly Stock Motorsports. There we go. I saw the logo earlier, couldn't quite remember. Nonetheless, we're here at Auto Club Speedway for the Bawl Star race. It's the All-Star race. We're using the next-gen race cars here at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. It's been a fun show thus far. We're doing the Open right now. Jacob Pitts, Blake McCandless here with you for the call. Glad to have you along for the ride. Zach Johnson, our producer, for tonight. Right now, we are under the caution for the end of the second stage. It's basically 3 10-lap dashes to decide who makes it in to the All-Star race. As of now, winner of Stage 1, Jaron Hazen. Winner of Stage 2, Richard Lekawa. They are locked into the All-Star race. And whoever wins this one will also lock themselves in. Some pit stops going on right now. But Blake, we've been able to see these cars out on the racetrack with these first two stages. I'm curious what your thoughts are of what we've seen thus far.
Well, we've seen a lot in just a very short amount of time. Of course, caution laps haven't been counting, so we've seen a couple of wrecks, but that hasn't slowed down the pace at all. We had 11 cars to start this thing. We're down to 8 right now. We've seen a couple of incidents that took out a number of cars, so still trying to see how many are left, how many even have a shot to try to go after this thing and complete the next 10 laps unscathed to try and make it to the end. We see a couple of cars on pit road right now, a little bit of a mix-up in strategy in terms of when drivers want to pit. But for the most part, I'd say it's been really exciting. We've seen these cars get really close. You have a lot of side draft now that you're able to utilize, so these guys are kind of feeling that out. Again, it's a next-gen car, still somewhat unfamiliar territory for a lot of these drivers, so it's a feeling out process, running some different cars than what they're generally used to in this series. So just trying to learn that, and it seems like it's ended well for some and, well, not so well for others.
Involved in accidents and out of the race, Michael Dorsey, Devin Jensick, so they are done. They will not have a shot to make it to the All-Star race. Everybody does have a fast repair. Same thing will fly in the All-Star race coming up. Out of those that haven't used their fast repair, Kevin Orlando Jr., who's in second, and that's it. Keith Smalley just used his under this caution flag, and I believe if I heard this right, all but one of the drivers that are left are going to make the All-Star race. Gonna have to double check on this because of how many open spots are available. I know there were more than just the top, or just the winner from each segment. We also have a choose cone deal here. Which basically, if you want to be on the outside, you're on the outside when you get to the start-finish line. If you want to be on the inside, you're down towards the apron when you get to the start-finish line. Michael Anthony was just mowing the grass here on the front straightaway. He's given an EOL penalty. He's going to start from the back of the field. Looks like he's got some damage on that thing as well, which may hurt him just a little bit. But we've got 7 drivers left fighting for potentially 6 spots here, I guess. I'm not sure if that math's right. We'll have to check on that here. But we've got 10 laps to settle the score and determine who's going to make the All-Star race and who's going home empty-handed, that we will see in a couple of weeks when we go to the Indy Road Course.
Very much so. And again, caution laps not counting. You see a little on the 49. I think the 2 has some as well. And it's looking like we're only going to have about 6 cars that are out and ready for this restart. Some more drivers starting to slowly creep their way around and catch back up to the field. But definitely a short-handed field. We got some coming off pit road. Some may have just called it quits, Jacob. This is one of those races, again, you win and or nothing. You're going home. So you have to finish up front. You have to know how to execute, and see who's able to do that here in the next 10 laps.
5 slots are open, so 2 drivers go home empty-handed. Green flag, 7 drivers looking for 5 spots in 10 laps. Here from Auto Club Speedway, Holt Johnston, very strong out of the gate. He was fighting for the lead coming to the checkered flag in the last stage. He's got a 3-car length lead, easy going to turn 1.
It's smooth sailing for him, but don't forget about Kevin Orlando, who has broken free of second place. Keith Smalley looks like he's going to be able to clear for third, but you see how much that draft matters. These cars mowed down a little bit. Low horsepower package is what these cars are running. You see the big run that Orlando is able to get, and they get right up to the back of that 47 machine. So things happen quickly here. It's hard to get away if you're the leader, and Johnson going to get a little bit loose off the corner. Here comes Orlando to the outside.
Keith Smalley has been one of the fastest cars here, and he's going to go 3 wide for the lead. He's lost both stages thus far. A lane change violation coming to the final restart in the last stage. The one before that just got flat out passed by Jaron Hazen. Keith Smalley slides up to the top of the track off 2. He's got the lead.
And Orlando just made contact with the outside wall. He and the 47 of Johnston were really hooked together right there. They finally are able to break away. Johnston able to try to make a run at Keith Smalley now. But that's how quickly things can happen. This side draft, the big toe that you get off of these cars, it makes it really hard to race side by side. You slow each other down a lot with this new side draft.
And a big battle for third. Kevin Orlando Jr., Jordan Weaver, Casey Heschel, all fighting third through fifth, but it's allowed Smalley and Johnston to open up a bit of a gap. Smalley with a 5/10 of a second gap over Orlando Jr., but Holt Johnston back on the loud pedal. He's got the fish and pull out and reeling in the 2.
Reeling him in, and you can see them snaking down the back straightaway. Smalley trying to break that draft, but at a certain point, that draft is going to help that car in front. We talk about the air bubble sometimes in real life, where you can get up next to a car, but just behind a car, and push that car forward. You're going to see that come into play tonight. You're also going to see a little bit of tandem drafting that works very well in this vehicle. Jordan Weaver, Casey Heschel, it worked very well right there. 23 goes all the way up into third after being in fifth in turns 3 and 4.
I would think here if these 3 can work together, they can catch the top 2, make it a 5-car battle. Remember, 5 cars make the show. 6th place is 5 seconds back. So really, what do you gain if you're in this top 5? This package you're watching, they're locked in at this point unless they crash. This is what we're looking at here, making the show. 5 to go with the line.
Well, I think you got to find a balance, right? You don't want to take yourself out, but on the other hand, you want to try to learn something from this race that you can carry over into the feature. Again, these guys have a little bit of an advantage where everybody who's in the All-Star race already, well, guess what? They're on the sidelines right now. They're not out there running in these conditions in a pack, learning how the car behaves, what you want to do when you're in traffic. You got to find that balance. I think these guys can strike that because most of the field that is 6th on back, they are very slow and off the pace with a lot of damage. So unless they make a catastrophic mistake, they should be okay for the most part.
$20 on the line with this going on. I want to reread this and make sure that I have it right, if I can find it. Where in the world did they post that? I guess it was in here. That $20 is on the line, but it is... Here it is. It's out of the 3 winners from the Open here. So the Hazen, Lekawa, and whoever wins this one, if it's Smalley or somebody else, the highest finisher in the All-Star race out of those 3 gets $20 out of the deal. So we'll have to see how this plays out. So $20 is on the line indirectly. They have to win this in order to get a shot at the $20. Jordan Weaver's in second. He's down, looking for the lead in 1.
And a nice job there. He gets out of the draft of the 2-car, makes that move to the inside. We have seen, though, pretty good multi-groove racing here at Auto Club like you would see before. And the 2-car going to be able to get to the right rear quarter panel of the 23, drag him back with the side draft, and Weaver going to try to do the same as they head into 3 and 4. There's a lot of dynamics to this racetrack. A little bit of contact almost made is now with that battling. Johnston has been able to pull right up to the back of these 2.
That green and yellow 47 is in the tire tracks of Keith Smalley right now. Jordan Weaver with the lead. 2 laps to go. In the Open, Smalley trying to get that outside line to work. Looks like Johnston's going to go with him, trying to use the side draft here in the corner. We'll see how it plays out off 2.
Well, you also have to remember having that car behind you does wonders for the car in front. You're going to see Johnston push the two right on by, and even with the side draft, there's nothing that Weaver can do. Having that help, they'll come around to the white flag this time. Again, all five are in, but they're still racing hard for this lead.
Kevin Orlando has dropped back 3 seconds to the leader. Johnston and Weaver almost made contact. You're coming off 4. White flag. 1 lap to go. Keith Smalley trying to hang on to have a shot at these $20. He's got to hold off Weaver and Johnston, though, in order to get it done.
Well, and this battle for second is not going to help either of these two, and it's exactly what Smalley wants to see in his rearview mirrors. He's able to drive away, sports about a 5-car length advantage, and Johnston and Weaver still side drafting each other, slowing each other down.
Now they get in line. Let's see if they have a run here to the flag. It's all Keith Smalley through 3 and 4, right down to the white line. As Rusty Wallace says, the fastest way around is the shortest way around. Here they come off 4. Weaver's going to have 1 shot, but it's
drivers. See if it carries over when we get this thing going for 80 laps.
Let's see what happens. We'll have 20 drivers on the racetrack when we come back here at Auto Club Speedway. Stay with us here on STN.